In an effort to revive names of the past, Mercury opted for the Montego name for their Ford 500 base full-size car. Only running for the 2005 to 2007 model years, the Montego name was short-lived, and for the 2008 model year, the name was replaced for the more familiar Sable name to coincide with Ford's renaming the 500 to the Taurus. Production ran from July 2004 to April 2007 at the Chicago assembly plant and set on their D3 platform, developed in collaboration with Volvo. Interestingly, the Montego was the first completely new Mercury vehicle since the 1992 model year and the tallest Mercury vehicle in 50 years. Montegos were available in both front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, with the former equipped with the Aisin 6-speed automatic transmission and the latter a CVT transmission. Only two trims, Luxury and Premier, were available. Despite their lack of popularity and disappointing sales figures, the 500 and Montego were exceptionally built automobiles. Hello everyone, today we are pleased to present this very nice surviving example of a last model year 2007 Mercury Montego. Today we'll be taking a look at the high level Premier all-wheel drive trim. It is painted in this really nice dune pearl coat metallic. It does feature the light and dark two-tone pebble beige leather interior. Full pricing for the vehicle when it was new is shown on screen, and in the description box below is a full options list. Today's review will be a fully detailed review of the interior, exterior, as well as powertrain, luggage capacity, and fuel capacities. Alright, and while front-wheel drive is standard, our vehicle is actually equipped with the all-wheel drive system. It is a full-time all-wheel drive system. And power comes from the 3-liter Duratec dual overhead cam 24-valve V6 engine. This engine is of aluminum block and head construction. It does feature cast iron cylinder liners. It also has sequential multi-port fuel injection and a 9.7 to 1 compression ratio. This engine outputs 203 horsepower at 5,750 RPM. 207 pound-feet of torque at 4,500 RPM. And the Montego can actually accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 9.1 seconds with a 0 to 100 mile per hour time in 25.1 seconds. Quarter mile is reached in 17 seconds at 85 miles per hour, with its top speed limited to around 130 miles per hour. And all Montegos are equipped with a 20 US gallon fuel capacity. They consume 5.3 gallons per 100 miles driven, with an estimated total driving range of around 380 miles. EPA fuel economy figures are 17 miles per gallon city, 23 miles per gallon highway, and a combined average of 19 miles per gallon. And while front drive vehicles have the Aisin 6-speed automatic transmission, all-wheel drives are equipped with the Ford ZF CTF30 CVT automatic transmission. It does feature low gear, but no manual shift capabilities. Alrighty, walking around the rear of the Montego, kind of looks like the Milan. That's intentional. It's supposed to be a larger version of that. It is a full-size vehicle, so it does have full-size dimensions. Being a Mercury, it does have a very elegant roofline, a large greenhouse. It's a very upright car, so it has a lot of glass area. Coming down to the taillights, they are LED brake lights and taillights, but incandescent turn indicators and incandescent reverse lights. And at the time, this was actually the widest array of LED taillights that Ford offered. And looking on the rear bumper, you do also have rear parking assist ultrasonic sensors. Of course, you also have the Montego Premier badge here. It's a very nice elevated badge there. And of course, the all-wheel drive designation. You've also got this really nice satin silver license plate plinth. As we walk along the profile of the Montego, you'll see that it's actually a very upright, large sedan. It does have a very high, for a car, ground clearance. This is actually done intentionally. It is actually the highest Mercury in almost 50 years. And it does have theater seating, so the rear seats actually sit a little bit higher than the front seats. Has a more SUV-like quality to the interior. But being an all-wheel drive and being a luxury sedan, the ride is very, very nice and smooth. Steering on the Montego is hydraulically assisted variable rate, vehicle speed sensitive rack and pinion with 2.7 turns lock to lock and a 20-foot turning radius. Wheels are 18 by 7 inch, silver painted, machine finished, 15 spoke aluminums, shot on 225 55 R18 Goodyear Assurance all season tires. Brakes are hydraulic vacuum assist 4-wheel disc front and rear and are assisted by ABS and traction control. Mercury did away with the Montego name in 2007 in favor of the Sable when it went through a redesign on the exterior and the interior. Taking a look at the front of the Montego, it's a very, very nice looking car. Not quite as upright as the Lincolns. Definitely not like the Fords, so it does have a unique look to itself. It does have these nice headlamps, and on the Premier, xenon high intensity discharge lights were actually standard. And of course you have your marker light up there, an incandescent turn indicator, and the lower portion is actually your low beam. And down below you just have a really bright halogen fog lamp. Satin silver signature waterfall grille. Does have the Mercury logo right here, and it is actually a hollow piece all the way through. Looks really, really good on this car. Overall, the styling of the Montego is actually very, very nice. It's very modern. Looks really good. Alright, now we do not have smart key access system on this vehicle, but we do have a couple ways to enter. You can use the standard key. It is just Ford's double-sided key, no switchblade or anything. It does have the Mercury logo. And of course we also have the keyless remote entry, lock, unlock, trunk release, and panic alarm. Very basic. It is just a Fomoco TRW or TWR unit. In addition, you also have the programmable buttons. That's a Ford highlight since the 1970s. Basically your personal entry pad for, you can set your code, and then you can electronically lock and unlock the vehicle. Alright, let's hop inside. As you can see, this vehicle is actually in very, very, very nice condition, interior and exterior. A very roomy car. It does have the optional moonroof. Taking a look at the doors here. As you can see, it does have the two-tone dark and light pebble. Has this perforated panel here. Nice soft touch material. A dark stain bird's eye maple harvested from the plastic forest. And of course you also have satin silver door pulls. Multiple controls here. Power mirrors on top on the A-frame. 2-driver memory here below the door handle. And of course you have power locks, power windows with auto one-touch up and down for the driver, and window lockout. Small little mat pocket here with a bottle holder. And on the driver's side instrument panel, you do have automatic headlamps and fog lamp control, instrument panel brightness and dim, trunk release. We've also got power adjustable foot pedals. In addition to the seat position and the mirror position, the pedals are also programmed into memory. Right here we have hood release, parking brake, 8-way power driver's seat. It does have a manual lumbar support here. And taking a look at the seats. While the seats look like they're lifted out of like an Explorer or Mountaineer, they're actually very, very comfortable. They offer a nice amount of support, contrast stitching, contrast detail here in the leathers, dark and light, side impact airbags, perforations in the middle part. Alright, now we're inside the Montego. We're going to go through all the details on the interior. Hydraulically assisted power steering, as stated before. Does have a leather wrapped steering wheel. Nice large 4-spoke design. Huge airbag cover, but we do have these stainless steel satin silver accents here. They're not stainless steel, they're actually just plastic. But over here on the left hand side, we do have our cruise control. So off, on, cancel and resume, set accelerate, and set decelerate. Over here on the right hand side, we have our volume controls, seek and scan, media select, and mute. And then down here behind here, we have reset, setup, and info buttons for our trip computer, which we'll show here in just a moment. Left stalk just controls turn indications, flash to pass, and high beams. Right stalk is your wipers. And front and center, we do have a nice instrument panel here. It does have a 7,000 RPM tach, coolant temperature, fuel gauge, and 120 mile per hour speedometer, and of course your trip computer down here. Alright, moving over to the top of the dash, as you can see here, it is a padded vinyl dash. It does have more of that dark stained bird's eye maple, and the dash pretty much continues that theme all the way across the width of the car. Looks really, really nice. It's a nice contrast, dark and light. Up here in the top, just like in the Fusion and the Milan, you've also got this nice little handy storage tray. It's not very deep, but it does work. And on either side of the two air vents, you do have a nice ovoid analog clock. Moving down the center console, we do have a 6-disc CD changer with MP3 playback, and it also has phone capabilities. And down here, we have dual zone electronic climate control. You've also got your fan speed controls here, down here, panel distribution here, AC controls, recirculate, and 2-stage heated front seats. You can also select dual for syncing it. Moving the shift lever out of the way, we have a couple more buttons down here. We have our 4-way flasher button here, traction control off, and rear parking sensor off. 2 blank switches here, and over here a 12-volt power point. Alrighty, down the center console, we have a stainless or a satin silver bezel on the automatic transmission lever. It is leather wrapped and it has that same, almost has a Volvo feel to it. Probably because it's built by Volvo. 2 front cup holders, storage tray, the vinyl padded armrest, which of course lifts up to reveal a nice amount of storage, coin holder, 12-volt power point. You've also got some storage molded in here for a tissue box or anything like that, and probably some pin storage as well. Overall, the interior of the Montego is a very nice, quiet, comfortable place to be, as one would expect. Has a very nice, high-quality feel to it. Taking a look overhead on the sun visors, we have a 3-channel home link universal garage door opener, automatic dimming rear view mirror, overhead reading lights for the driver and front passenger, power sunroof controls with the vent feature, a small sunglasses holder mounted here in the overhead console, and of course we have nice large padded cloth sun visors. They do feature vanity mirrors with illumination. There is no secondary visor, however. The sun visors do swing out, and of course they slide out on extensions, but they don't slide out very far. And overhead, we have overhead assist handles here. You have the canopy protection system, which is basically a huge window airbag in conjunction with your seat mounted side impact airbags. You've also got high adjustable seat belts. Alright, let's take a look at the rear seat now. As stated before, the rear seat does seat a little bit higher than the front seats for that theater seating. And the rear door panels feature the same detailing as the front doors. Two-tone treatment, perforated vinyl, soft padded armrest, bird's eye maple, power window switch, door speaker, storage, and bottle holders. Now the rear seats do seat 3 across. It is a 60-40 split folding seat with high adjustable head restraints on the outboard seats only. You've also got 3-point belts for all positions. And over the top, you do have your top tether and anchor for child seats. I imagine that these clips back here are for what would be a window sunshade back here, which is not equipped with. And of course, in the center, we have a fold-down center armrest with integrated cup holders and an opening lid to reveal some storage. There is no pass-through, however. Rear seat passengers are also treated to their own reading lights as well, which is a very nice feature. You've also got overhead assist handles, seat back map pockets for both rear seats, positional air vents back here, and another trick feature, and that would be over here on the passenger side. This little loop here, this actually folds the front seat flat. Now this serves dual purpose. For one, if you're sitting up front driving the car, you can actually have that seat folded flat to serve kind of as a work surface if you're a business person. Or, if you're really into it, take your shoes off, and you can just kick back and relax in the back seat. Tons of legroom. I'm actually very comfortable back here. Not very tall, not like Doug DeMuro, but anyway, a very comfortable place to be. And to move that seat back is very, very easy. It remembers the last position it was in, and it just latches back into place. All right, now that we're back, I did say the seats are 60-40 split folding, and they are. Behind the seat belt is another loop. Pull that, it'll unlock the seat back. Seat backs fold flat. Now they do not fold even with the load floor, but regardless, easy access to the luggage area. You do not have to go to the trunk to unlatch the seats. And moving the seats back, just as easy as that. Here are both seats folded flat. As you can see, easy access to the trunk. Alright, a couple ways you can open the trunk. First way, on the driver's side instrument panel on the left hand side of the steering wheel, your trunk release button here. Press that, it'll release the trunk. Or you can press and hold the trunk release button on the key fob. It's a blue button. Unlatches the trunk. And from there you have to lift up. Really nice thing about the trunk though is that it has external hinges mounted on hydraulic struts. So the dogleg hinges would never impede in the luggage area. And the luggage area is massive. It's around 20 to 21 cubic feet of storage capacity. It is illuminated, fully lined and fully carpeted. Made even longer or bigger by the fact that it does have the folding seats. You've also got this really nice handy cargo divider net here. And then underneath the floor mat, you have a compact spare tire with jack and tools and jacking instructions. Emergency release here. Alrighty, and that does conclude our in-depth walk-around review of the 2007 Mercury Montego. We hope you found the review informative, and if you did, please comment down below. Also, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/neighborhoodcarreviews and our Instagram channel at BrensoJ1. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.